Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Here's another edition of Book Scoop. We'll talk about some programs in January, and then I will briefly talk about The Mysterious Virginia Hall by Claudia Friedel, a young adult biography.
And I have Sholo by Donna Barba Higuera. I'm not sure how you say her last name. I should have looked that up. And this is a middle grade book. First, though, some programs coming up. On Friday, January 9th at 6 p.m., we will have a movie night. The Winter Olympics are coming soon, so we're going to show the movie Miracle, which is about the 1980 men's hockey team. And spoiler alert, it follows what really happened. So if you want to know what happens, you can you can look up what happened in 1980. But it is open for all ages. It is rated PG, but parents should come with their children. We'll have popcorn and have fun.
Yes.
Yeah. We do want to know if you're coming, though, so we have enough popcorn.
Yes.
So let us know.
Yeah. And then the Friday after that, the 16th, we have Sweet 60. Karen Dudgeon will present techniques to handle stress. We have card games and dominoes. This is all from 1 till 2, and then from 2 till 3 we have a Rotten Roll, a band that will carry tunes that you recognize, but they made their own words to them about composting and being good for the earth. Please come.
Yeah.
And the music is open for anyone.
Yep.
Then on the 23rd, Winterfest, at 5:30, Dusty and Dot, two puppeteers, come here with a program for all ages, and they tell about stories and what are building bricks for stories.
And we will make a story.
And we will make a story. And it is not meant to just be information.
No.
It is, if you didn't even realize it was about making a story, you just think it was a fun thing to watch.
Yeah.
So
they use puppetry and music and costumes and games. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yes. And they'll be done in time for the fireworks. So you won't have to miss that.
Right. Yeah.
So 3 Fridays in January.
All right.
Then The Mysterious Virginia Hall, World War II's most dangerous spy. I had never heard of her. And I will get back about that. She was an American young woman, Virginia. She was called Dindy by friends and family. And she wanted to be in the U.S. Foreign Service. And she failed the exam several times for several reasons. So before the Second World War started, she went as a secretary, working in in an embassy. She fell in love with France, so that's where she lived mostly. And then World War II broke out, and she wanted to help the French against the Germans. And the US still didn't want any of her, but Britain did. So she became a spy for the British. And she did an enormous amount of very, very dangerous work, pivotal for the British secret services. And she had loads of names. I decided not to tell them all because, that's no use. But yeah, she was very, very active. And then later on, she also was employed by the U.S.
They finally decided they wanted
when
her.
they saw what she could do, yes. I told that I had never heard of her. And women are frequently forgotten in history. But in her case, it was a purposeful decision. She wanted to stay silent about all that she had done and her achievements. She didn't want to be known for that. But I'm glad they wrote the book. One thing I want to mention, she was a spy. And she once had to cross the Pyrenees to France, to Spain from France, to get into safety. She had to walk. And as a young woman, she had shot herself in the leg.
Oh.
And gangrenous and everything, she lost her leg. So she had a wooden leg all the time when she was a spy. She limped a little bit, and the Germans never caught her. She was great at becoming a different person somehow. A very special woman. And I want to quote one little thing. It says here that at the end of her life, with her husband, Virginia found well-earned peace in gardening, making cheese, weaving, tending to her goat, entertaining guests, and spoiling her pack of adored standard French poodles. And I was thinking, okay, if you do all that and you find peace, you're a special person. It is a nonfiction book. It has a lot of facts. So it's not historical fiction, but I challenge Marie Benedict to write a historical fiction book about her, because there is so much in this life.
Yeah, interesting.
That's this book.
Yeah, cool. I read Sholo, which I didn't know how to say that until I listened to a little bit of it. It's by Donna Barba Higuera, who is a Newbery medalist. And it is about an Aztec mythology. And I'm not a fan of mythology, but I did enjoy the book. It talks about Quetzalcoatl, and that name was familiar to me, but I didn't know anything about it, who helped create the earth. And she took that, he had a twin too, and no one knew anything about him. So she took that story and reimagined it to add in where man's best friend, the dog, came from. And the illustrator, Mariana Ruiz Johnson, did a beautiful job. Here's just one page. I mean, the images are just amazing. There's not a ton of words. I was able to sit down and read this in like an hour. But it's a nice story, but there is a lot of death and a lot of skulls and talking about dead people. So if that's something that your child is not ready for yet, be aware of that, because they talk about the underworld and the god of the underworld, and he is all bones. But, you know, an older kid would be perfectly fine with it and find it very interesting. She says in the back that this story came to her because they were camping and there was a thunder and lightning storm, and her very senior old dog had climbed up onto the bed with her and was snuggling in with her. And she knew this Aztec myth and kind of put the two things together. So it's an interesting book. It's not factual in terms of Aztec mythology, but you get a little bit of it. But definitely give it a try, listening to it and looking at the book at the same time, because the words or the names were very hard, and I just kind of made them up in my head as I was reading through them. But it is on Libby to listen to this book. So if you like mythology, I would absolutely encourage you to read this. Fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
And she is a Newbery medalist.
Yes. And we've read The Last Cuentista, which is also a fantastic book if you're looking for more from her. Yeah.
All right. See you at the library. Bye-bye.
Bye.